Right, I've got a Game Boy. You probably saw the title in the thumbnail and you thought, yeah, 10 best games on Game Boy. I wonder what they are. Well, internet people, I'm going to show you as we take a look at the best of Game Boy. Right, so number 10 on my list, I've got Tiny Toon Adventures, Bab's Big Break. Now, I quite like this game. You take charge of one of 3 characters. Yeah, you can sort of swap between them anytime you want. They've each got slightly different weapons. It's that evil kid, forget his name, he's there. And then some of the other characters help you out, like in the first level, Dizzy's there, drilling through rocks and stuff. It's a good game. So number 9 is Metroid 2 Return of Samus, which is actually officially, as the title says, the second game in the series. Yeah, Metroid 2 is awesome. Running around the tunnels, it's rock hard. But when you get there and you finally find that last Metroid and you destroy it, that's just an amazing feeling. For a portable game on the Game Boy, it does everything right. And sold about 1.72 million units. That's actually fairly accurate. So number 8, I've got Dr. Mario. Puzzle games on the Game Boy, they're a bit of a thing, aren't they? As with the best puzzle games, Dr. Mario's concept is deceptively simple. You match up 2 sides of the falling blocks, which are effectively pills. When you match 4 colours together, they disappear, and incredibly addictive. And at this point in time, there were tons of puzzle games coming out left and right, and this one clearly stands out as one of the best. I've got Mega Man, and specifically Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, mainly because it's the one I owned. It's hard. Yeah, it's really hard. To my recollection, I only actually completed it with an action replay where I would train the game to give me infinite health, for instance. It didn't make it any less fun, in my opinion. In fact, it kind of helped make it more fun because I didn't die. It was a reasonable seller on the system, selling about 1.5 million units. Not uncommon, but if you see one in the wild, pick it up. Right, 6, Super Mario Land 2. 6 golden coins. Yeah, 6 golden coins. What to say about this one? If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with it. It was Mario. It was Mario as you wanted it to be, really. Not that Mario Land itself was a bad game. It's just you're sort of used to Mario 3 at that point. And by the time 6 golden coins came out, Mario World was a thing. So they had to up the game. So you got bigger sprites, more stuff to do, had a battery backup for saving. It was just a great little package. Not difficult by any means, but really fun, playable Mario adventure. And sold, checking my notes, 11.18 million units. So yeah, a lot of units. Again, not uncommon, but if you get one, change the battery, because that's probably dead by now. It's not difficult to do. Yeah, do that. Okay, number 5 is DuckTales. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have put DuckTales behind 6 golden coins. I really like DuckTales. It was pretty much the NES version, which was great. Everyone knew it was great because it was. NES version in a handheld. What's not to like? Yeah, super fun, playable, just excellent. 1990 that one came out, so it was an early game, but it was probably one of the first games to really show what the Game Boy was capable of. Not that games before it were bad by any means, but this one was graphically and playability, you know what I mean. But yeah, the playability and the graphics were just really got you excited for the future Game Boy when you played that one. So in at number 4 is Zelda Link's Awakening. This game is fantastic. It's one I remember playing time and time again and never feeling bored. It's quite a forgiving title in the Zelda series. These days, obviously, if you get into any trouble, you'd Google it, do a little on the computer, whatever bit you're stuck on, someone's documented it somewhere. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of Zelda games out there. But if you want to see where portable Zelda really started, take a look at this one. So top 3 coming up. Before I do that, think about doing the like thing and subscribe to my channel. I'm really new. At the moment, I've got less than 50 subscribers, and I'm trying my hardest here to do something for you guys, which I enjoy, and share my passion with you. In order to keep doing that, I need to stay motivated. Best way to motivate me, subscribe. So yeah, number 3, Kirby's Dream Land. I've put it here because it really is that good. Again, like a lot of titles on the Game Boy, the best ones, they weren't difficult. You didn't want a portable handheld game you could barely see unless you got it in the right light. You didn't want them to be that difficult. You just wanted them to be fun. And that's what Kirby's Dream Land was through and through. It was it was the first, actually, in the Kirby series. A fact that many people forget about, because there were Kirby titles on the NES, but they actually came after this one. So this came out in 1992. Right, number 2, the Pokemons. Everyone's gonna hate me for this, I know it. I'll be honest, I didn't play a lot of Pokemon when it came out, so I don't have such strong memories for it. Pokemon sort of passed me by when it first came out, but I've since learned to love it, as everyone else has. Some of the biggest sellers on the system, and combined, red, blue, green and yellow have sold 31 million units. So they're not rare. Stop charging £100 for them, please. Or more to the point, stop buying them for 100 quid. There are loads of them. So number 1, Tetris.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love Tetris. I hated it when I was a kid, honestly. I got my Game Boy Tetris pack in. I'm like, oh yeah, Tetris. Spent a lot of time with my sister. My mum played it more than I did. I did grow to love it. It's just a really great version of Tetris. That's all there is. And it was the game that sold a bajillion Game Boys. Well, not a bajillion, because they only sold, I say only, but there was 35 million copies of Tetris sold on the Game Boy during its lifetime, including the bundles. So a bajillion, somewhere between 35 million and a bajillion units, closer to 35 million. So yeah, that's it. That's my list. Don't know, probably some surprises on there. Maybe I should have put Pokemon at number 1. Someone will tell me that. Anyways, my list, whatever. Hopefully to appease some of you, having just looked again at my honourable mentions, they're really just for me. So without further ado, F1 Race. It wasn't a complex game. It's pseudo sprite scaling thing. Pick up and play game. You just have a little race. Maybe you win, maybe you don't. The one thing that's always stuck with me is that it came with a 4-player adapter packed in. So if you got 4 of your mates and they got an F1 race, you could have a 4-player race in. I put Super Mario Land 2 in the top 10, but Super Mario Land definitely deserves an honourable mention, because it dared to bring a Mario title to the Game Boy as a launch title. Like, there's a bit of Mario you could play on the go. It definitely scratched that itch. And my third pick for honourable mentions is Mario's Picross. I love this puzzle game. I love these nonogram style things. I just find them really fun to work out. They're not super difficult once you get the hang of it, but there's definitely a bit of a challenge there. And if you're into puzzle games of any sort, check it out. So there you have it. If you made it to the end of the video, congrats. You're one of my best friends. Thank you. If you made it here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. So with that being said, I'll bid you farewell and I'll see you next time. Hopefully, please come back.